It's somewhat easy to measure your progress because you can take a diagnostic test. You can do a timed 5-section exam under realistic conditions and see where you stand. And if your goal is not that and you want 5 points more or 10 points more, then there's more work to do. You can do more timed exams. You can review in depth. You can maybe change your approach. So if you've just been studying with free stuff or browsing forums and you need something more structured, or you need a course and you haven't done those things yet, you can consider doing those things. I think a lot of the courses are 2 to 3 months because that's what's economical to offer. You know, you couldn't offer a 500-hour LSAT course, or the cost would be a lot higher, I presume. So there's a reality built in terms of what LSAT companies are able to offer and what students are reasonably able to commit to. But sometimes it takes longer than you think it will. You know, LSAT retaking is more common than ever, especially since law schools don't average multiple LSAT scores. There's always incentive to retake if you think you can do better. But 3 to 5 months is what I see most students typically needing in order to reach their fullest potential. And it's worth it. I mean, the LSAT trumps even the GPA. And so if retaking could get you a few more points, get you some more scholarship money, I've heard from admissions people that even just a single point more can make the difference between a yes and a no, or between getting another $5,000 or $10,000 a year. So the ROI on that is huge. It's worth putting in the time. You know, I wouldn't treat this as an afterthought. I would take it as seriously as at least a 4-credit class in college. There's plenty of spreadsheets if you want to just analyze. You can input your results and see which question types you have particular trouble with. So analysis of that sort isn't too complicated, but I think there's also another level to it, which is maybe it's not about the question type, maybe it's about the method of reasoning in the stimulus. And so in that case, you might look to explanations, or you might just look to deepen your own review process. I think a lot of students, they'll jump from method to method. I mean, there's so many out there. There's probably 12 to 15 major prep companies out there. They all have different terminology. They're all describing it in a slightly different way. And you don't want to jump between all of them and become a jack of all trades, master of none sort of thing. Okay, sometimes it makes sense to focus on one and give it a try for a bit. Maybe it takes a couple of timed exams or a couple of weeks before something starts to click or stick with your practice methodology.